Leeds United 2, QPR nil. I'm Michael, and I'm joined by one and only Craig. How are we doing, mate?
Good. Now we're back to winning ways.
Yes, finally. And another clean sheet at home, and zero shots on target for them. It's becoming a
Again,
regular, isn't it?
yeah. I know a lot of fans moan about it, but at least you're not worrying about conceding.
No, it's effective. And yeah, I can understand the whole boring part, but at least we can win ugly. Do you know what I mean? It's a good thing.
But is it ugly? Because if we, like I keep saying, I think every week that if we put the chances away that we create and our finishing was a bit better and we were more ruthless, we would be winning 3, 4 goals in these games.
I mean, when you have 21 shots altogether, I mean, you're
Yeah.
creating chances, but the conversion rate is only 9%. So
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So if you actually convert those chances, you're winning nearly every game because you're scoring 3 or 4 goals, which is more or less going to win you a game.
it's the bit I can understand from other points of view why they say it is. I enjoy it. We're winning games,
Yeah,
3 points in the bag, second in the league as it stands. That is
yeah,
obviously we're recording this Saturday night. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. Obviously, Bogle scores with a I don't even know what was going on with that. What a sloppy goal that was. And then no Pero, no party. Let's hear it. Let's hear it, mate.
yeah. It was a scrappy goal that weren't it, Bogles? But nice to get his first goal for the club. He could have had more as well. I
He
think
should
he
have
should
had
have had
more.
more. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
there
yeah,
was
he was fantastic tonight with Bogle.
it was a well taken goal. Obviously, Solomon touch and then tried shooting it, and then was it Joseph or Aronson that tried hitting it but couldn't, and then it just falls for Bogle and he just puts it in. I mean, any further back and that's going over the bar. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
His
yeah.
angle that he was going to hit the crossbar and went in. So
Yeah, he couldn't put it in a better place to be honest. But yeah, it were yeah, it were a pinball machine scrappy goal, but it went in and that's what matters. Um Second goal were a bit more clinical, but yeah, in between that we had a lot of chances to score. And again, I guess
I mean, we did have the ball in the net at one point. If Byron wasn't offside, I mean,
was that
I joked to you that he was offside about 20 odd
I was just
times,
gonna say, was that
but
about his 20th offside that he got today? He were offside a lot, but it was yeah,
no, it's
it were a bit crazy. It were a shame because that would have been a well worked goal.
oh yeah, team goal, as they say. I mean, that's what we're doing. Obviously, like you said, Piro's goal. I just rewatched it not long ago, and his touch, how I say how heavy his touch was, but it worked because of the this touch he got from Smith's ball. It managed to go past the players right into his path for him to
Yeah,
slot it in. So,
yeah.
as much as you criticize his touch, without that touch being the heavy as it was, he may not necessarily have scored that goal.
But
But
I don't think it was such a heavy touch though. It's just that today is I think today's it will better overall.
yeah, definitely.
Like it showed a lot more strength today than he normally does. Um, which I've said to you before, Anta, that I just don't like him coming deep and having space to run into, but because he's not that mobile. But when there were a couple of opportunities and a couple of times today that it showed good strength where players were trying to like get knock him off the ball and they were keeping it because of his strength. He were using his strength because that's what
Yeah,
he's got. And
he
then
has.
with the
And
goal, he used his strength to barge his way through, and then the finish is what he does best.
yeah, no, I completely agree. Obviously, right near the end as well, which is like that just sealed the game.
Yeah,
Obviously, like I've already alluded to, they had zero shots on target. Obviously, they had about four or five altogether. I mean, it was a bit of a slow start in getting obviously just dominated the ball. Aronson hit the crossbar in the 16th minute. I mean, he had a few shots as well, right? Chances, but. yeah, overall, mate, anything key stand out to you? Like any moments in particular?
Only, like I said, Bogle, fantastic today. Like, probably, I'd say probably one of his best performance.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe even better than the Sheffield United performance, where obviously he
Yes.
stepped up his game for that. But yeah, probably his best performance. And I've seen people say that he shouldn't ever play for Leeds, like he shouldn't have a Leeds shirt on. And yeah, get Ramazani when he comes back is probably going to be the starter. But Solomon today, I will pick him out as a standard. Like his performance today was a lot better than it has been. You can see he's gradually getting into his rhythm. He's still going to need time, and he's still going to need a bit more match fitness, but he's getting there. It was on
It's
the end of two opportunities today. One that he put in the back of the net when Byron was offside. The other one, Nonto pushed him too wide with the ball. Like that ball was a bit too wide.
uh, it wasn't he just overhit it, way overhit it. I mean, it was lovely
Yeah,
break, 3-on-2, and yeah, play in front of him by all means do that. But it was the fact that it was just that little bit heavier touch, and it
that's what I mean.
just
It pushed him too
yeah,
wide, so Solomon had to run out instead of going straight forward. And if it had been perfectly weighted, that would have been another goal.
yeah. I mean, there was other chances as well. Tanaka, for me, we'll get into player ratings, but Tanaka was a bit hit and miss. He made that lovely ball over to Byram, which he just put wide. Um, and 70th minute, time stood still. He literally just stopped the ball, and everybody around him just froze. It's like, is
That's
he
because
moving or not? It's
that's
literally
because
just like
he's that
froze
good.
time.
Yeah, that's because he's that good. Everything around it looks like slow motion because he just is
Mate,
that good.
honestly, watch it back. I know you will. You'll watch it back on LUFC, LUTV tomorrow or something. But literally, the 70th minute,
Yeah,
it
I know
literally
which
just
one.
had
I
the
know.
ball,
I
and
know
it
the
let
part you're talking
yeah, you
about.
know exactly what I mean. It
Yeah,
just everybody around him just stopped, and it's just like
yeah.
even I stopped. I'm like, what's going on? Why are we not moving? And it was just, oh mate, it was beautiful.
Everybody's
But
just in awe of Tanaka. That's what it was. But yeah, it's he had another shot. He's getting closer, and they
one of
were
these
unlucky
days,
with
you
that
will
one.
be right with him scoring. I mean, yeah, like I've already said, couple misplaced passes, which I will go into in depth in the player ratings. But set pieces wise, mate, what did we think of them today?
Mm,
Like that?
yeah, who decided to put Aronson on a free kick? I don't know. Um,
Yeah.
Rothwell did take a good free kick though, which Strike should have scored from. He had a free header at that back
Yes.
post, and it was perfect. One of the best free kicks I've seen, actually, directly to one of our players.
Wasn't he offside though? He was offside in the end. If it's the one I think you're about in the second half when he crossed it over and then
No, from
uh,
a free kick, he just flicked it. Oh, it kicked it. Free kick outside the box, chipped over. He shaped his body to look like he was going to shoot, and then he just clipped it to the back post and strike headed it straight over the bar.
yeah, he was offside. It that well, if it's what I think it was, I'm pretty sure the commentary side said he was offside. But yeah, overall though, referee wise, mate, did you think he was free flowing? Did you think he had a good game or
I don't know. I think referee. I don't know. We're a bit hit and miss. I think sometimes it was the linesman that annoyed me more than anything. That kept putting his flag up like 10 minutes after something had happened. And there were a part where it loved it loved flagging for offside, and then there were a part where Nonto had gone down and just didn't flag at all. Luckily, the referee gave the free kick,
yes,
but the
second half?
linesman just stood in straight in front of it and didn't do anything. And I was like,
Yeah, unless he already knew that it was going to happen or not. But it's one of those things. I mean, referees are there, aren't they? You either have a good game or not.
yeah,
And you don't really want to blame the referee. Obviously, there was, on my end anyway, I didn't think he'd done anything wrong. I thought it. free flowing could have made plays go on a little bit, but
Yeah. I mean, but trying not to be biased, but even though it was for us, there were a couple of decisions he made that were just like Rodon never took. He give he pulled Rodon back for a foul, which were never it weren't a foul. He barely touched the player. A lot of their players went down, or I say a lot, a couple of their players went down pretty easy and got free kicks that were nothing.
yeah, no, I know what you mean, but it
But it
happens.
didn't affect the game, so
No, obviously we haven't even mentioned it yet. The whole Junior Firpo, mate, being banned and not being able to play. I think we
man,
should. I think we should mention it at least before we get into the player
yeah.
ratings.
It's crazy that that just came about like on the day of a match as well that they've let that news slip out. But when I've watched that back, he's barely touched
It's
him. It's
so
not.
soft.
It's like if he's gone down like that, I dread to think. You know, if he's got the way that he's gone down, he shouldn't have been playing today.
No, I
But
mean, it literally
but
just went.
I think if that play doesn't go down, Firpo doesn't get
No,
anything.
it's only because the manager or whoever it was went straight to the referee after the game. According to I think Farker or someone said that they went crying to referee or something. But I mean, it didn't affect us. Obviously, Byron put in a performance. I get apart from, well, he was offside a lot, but yeah, I think the substitutes definitely helped. They made an impact at the end when he came on with tired legs. But let's get into the player ratings, then we can talk about the players individually that came on and how they affected the game, if they
Okay.
did or not. Obviously, Meslier in goal didn't have to do anything really, no saves at all. Obviously, he claimed the ball once. Passing was all right. Some actually quick balls this time as well, which was great again to see. What would you rate him?
I'll same as I have done for the last few weeks, probably seven. Is
Yeah,
it is nothing much to do. When he has had to do something, he's done it well. And if anything, it's improved his passing game. It's improved his
yeah.
distribution, not having much to do. So
No, a lot quicker, a lot more calmer. And like I said a few episodes ago, when a keeper doesn't have anything to do and they need to be called upon in terms of passing or claiming the ball, that's what he does. I mean, there was a time in the second half, I know when QPR started getting on top a little bit and they had the ball, they were running down their left hand side, crossed the ball in, and he caught the ball. So when
oh
he tried,
yeah,
yeah,
it was commanding in the area
yeah, so
today.
that's what I mean. So if you're not switched on, you don't have that composure that easily gets pushed down or in their players or it goes under him. So his awareness is a
Yeah.
lot better. Yes, seven. I was tempted to go
Yeah.
7.5 then just because of that, but I'm not going to talk myself into it.
No, I don't think today is going to be too many high ratings because, like I said, the performance was good, but not when we not as good as when we like blow teams away and when we're getting them high scores. So I
I
don't
mean, we
think too
just,
many players will get.
I say we dominated. We only had 69% possession, which for us
Well,
recently has been quite low. I know that still sounds like
yeah,
a high number, but compared to the fact that we had 75% against Millwall, we had 79 the week before. So when you're in the high 70s, going down from high 70s to a 69, you think, hold on a minute. But yeah, QPR did have that patch when they had the ball. We let them come at us, but they never troubled us in that
yeah.
respect. So
Uh,
yeah,
well, I mean, like I said on a video that I posted earlier, it's from my match reaction. It's what Farker always says, like that it's a controlled win.
yeah, definitely.
We controlled it. We weren't as dominant as we have been in matches, which is crazy when you have that much possession. But we've controlled it.
Yeah. Right. Jaden Bogle, mate. Do you want to go
Um,
first or shall I just sing his praises right here, right now?
go for it.
I mean, where do we start? Obviously, he gets his goal, well taken goal. He could have had another two potentially. Made defensively as well. He made two clearances. He made three tackles out of three. He was dribbling the ball up and down. He was making himself aware. He tracked back when he needed to track back. Overall, absolutely phenomenal. I mean, what would you say for him, mate? Obviously, for me, I thought he was man of the match.
Yeah, I'd agree with man of match. I'll give him an eight, maybe an
8.
8.5. Yeah, because I'm not like I say, I'm not going to rate anybody that that I was the best player on the pitch for us though.
Well, I'm going to go for a 9.5 for Bogle, and I just realised as well that I didn't actually rate Bogle for the last match. I re-listened
Yeah,
to it. I was like, oh yeah, I didn't. There was a few that I didn't actually rate myself. I asked you your ratings, but I never said my ratings,
yeah,
which was a bit odd. But yeah, 9.5. I mean, I give him a 9.5 against Sheffield United when he was one of my best players, and I'm going to give him another 9.5 this game. I just thought going forward, excellent. Defending when he had to, excellent. Four shots as well. Yeah, no less.
I'm probably I'll stick with I'll have an 8.5 for him. Like I say, my base is going to be six.
You're too low, mate. You're too low for him.
And my base is
Right,
six. It's like it's not too low at all.
it is. Anyway, Joe Rodon, mate.
Rodon, we're going to do what we always do. Rodon and Strike 7.5 for both of them.
Really? I,
Yeah,
mate, Pascal was so much better than Joe Rodon, I thought.
do you think?
Defensively wise, yes. Clearances, he made more clearances, more interceptions. I'd give Joe Rodon 7.5, and I'd give uh, Pascal an 8.
It's fair.
Or do I? Yeah, 8.
I just think they
8.
were both again like equally good. Rodon does what he does. Pascal does what he does. Pascal's more of a Rolls Royce defender than Rodon. Rodon does the dirty work. Pascal just wins headers and gracefully brings it out. He is such a good player on the ball.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, but when it comes to interception and clearances, obviously Rodon only made one interception. He made no one clearance. He made no interceptions. Pascal made four clearances, one interception. Tackles, again, he made a tackle, whereas Rodon didn't. Yeah, I just felt that Pascal was more
Mm.
defensively there than what Rodon was. And that's probably because Rodon didn't really have much to do. It was all going down their right
All
most of
goes
the
down
time.
that way. Yeah,
So
that's
therefore,
right.
Pascal's going to be involved more. Therefore, he's going to get a higher rating because he's doing more of the work.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah,
yeah,
no.
I, I mean, I agree with you. It's just I, th- I feel that they both complement each other. So
Oh yeah, they do. That's again, that's no disrespect to Joe Rodon at all. He's a quality player. I just thought today's game that Pascal was just that little bit better than him.
it's fair enough.
So yeah. Right, Sam Byron, mate, let's hear it from you. Obviously, he had to come in, whether or not he knew about this yesterday or he knew this morning, or even if they did know about it in the week and we just only found out this morning. He came in, filled the spot. What did we make of him today?
Uh, Sam, he, he played well overall. I think it's just I probably want to give him a seven. He played well overall, but like I say, he found himself in offside positions way too much.
Yeah.
But you know, the he was getting in the positions that he needs to be in. So it's yeah, seven.
Yeah, like you say, with especially when it comes to Dan James and Nonto, when it comes to the effort part of it, you always give an extra 0.5. So yeah, I think for effort as well, it would be a 7 for him.
Yeah,
Again, it's the offsides that was just constantly, but it's just timing your run. But he's there, he's making the effort, he's showing that he wants to be there. I thought his link up play with Solomon was better this game than it was against Bristol City when Solomon came on off the bench. Yeah, 7. Right, Joe Rothwell, mate. What do we make about him today?
um,
Do you think he was? Do you think he was quiet, like not up to? I say not up to his standards. It's hard to grasp what his standards are at the moment. But passing wise, I think he had one of the best pass percentage ratings. But again, that's probably because it was close. He did make a few long balls. What did you
I
think
think
of him overall?
I think maybe I think maybe a 7.5, high end 7.5, maybe. He, I think if he played well, like he was driving us forward. Probably not his best game overall, but it was driving us forward. Set pieces pretty good. Um,
Still made some key passes as well.
yeah, so I mean, he was looking, he was trying to, he's always looking for that pass to try
Yeah.
and unlock something, and that's what I like about him.
He drops deep as well, doesn't he? So, like I've said to you before, when we go to
Yeah,
a back two, back three, in terms of two
yeah,
centre backs, and then one of the mids, whether or not it's Tanaka or Rothwell in this case, will drop back. And you notice that, yes,
yeah.
they are very close together in the proximity, but they still complement each other very, very well.
Oh, very
And
well.
when it comes to like the long ball passes as well, he's very, very good at them. Yeah, what did you say for him? 7.5 or an 8?
7.5, but like maybe a high end 7.5.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, I'm trying to think in my head. I'm like, do I go to an 8 for him as well or not? Actually, John, I'm actually going to go for an 8 for him. I did think he was pretty decent in that sense.
Yeah,
He was always looking. Obviously, his vision's excellent. He tracked back when he needed to get back. Uh, no, 7.5 because he wasn't as good as someone else. I'm going to give an 8 to.
right.
I don't know now. Like you said, high end 7, low end
Yeah, well,
8. So
the thing
like,
is, it's because overall, what I'm thinking is the team as a whole didn't play. They weren't at the best, if that makes sense.
yeah, no, I know what you mean, but
So I don't want to be going too high on players like going, oh yeah, they had a fantastic because they did the job, but they have been better.
yeah, it's tough. It's a tough one. I'm torn between two right now. Let's just go for an 8.
All right.
I'm gonna go for an 8 for him. Right, Tanaka, mate. I'm gonna go to you first before I nitpick.
Well, I'm going to go 7.5 for him as well, but on a lower end than Rothwell because I think they did two completely different jobs today. But Tanaka was tidy enough as he usually is on the ball. Yeah, he
Yeah,
gave it away a couple of times today, but I mean, he's played a lot of football, hasn't he? And like I said, time stood still for him, and I mean, not many players get that. But yeah, he's getting shots off now. He created a good opportunity for Byram,
yeah. I
and then
think
yeah,
nitpicking wise, obviously he made a ball in the 49th minute. Was a pass over to the right hand side, but I think it was Bogle or somebody who was just way over hit and it just wasn't anywhere near him. And then in
yeah,
the 83rd minute, when he misplaced pass and then QPR counter attack and almost scored. So it's a bit like, oh, if they had scored, Tanaka's getting absolutely abused because of that misplaced pass. But at the same time, he's very, very tidy. He comes back when he needs to. He puts pressure on the opposition to make mistakes. He's everywhere. He's
yeah,
like a Rolls Royce basically in that sense. But
yeah.
seven
He's
point
allowed
five.
he's allowed a mistake.
I mean, yeah, I mean, like you said last game, they didn't really have many bad games, but by any means of the stretch, it wasn't a bad game. It was still a decent game. 7.5. I think my problem is that I can contradict myself all the time because I always say don't judge a player off someone else's rating, and at the same time
Yeah.
in my head I am judging somebody else off someone else's
Yeah, it's
performance.
difficult. It's
So
difficult not to, but that's why I say with Rothwell and Tanaka both played a different style,
yeah, they
and
do.
what I'll give them the same similar rating. It's just one did it one way and one's got it a different way for doing other things. But yeah, I mean, you saw Tanaka at the end. I've never seen a player do that when he misplaced that pass. He knew that he'd done wrong, and after he put his head in it, like it looked distraught, like that he'd done it, and he
Yeah.
had to get a pat on the back from Strike to say, like, come on, don't worry about it.
No,
But
I know what you mean, but
it was good to see that, so I'll forgive him.
no, I know you will. Right, Nonto, mate. What would you say for him today?
I'm
Obviously,
gonna give him a 7.
getting shots away as always, dribbling. It's just that misplaced pass, wasn't it, mate?
Yeah, it's his, like I keep saying every time about him, it's his decision making.
Yeah.
He's only young, so we've got to like give him time to like that'll develop. But 'cause he has games where he can be fantastic and all his decision making is good, but night like more often than not, he makes bad decisions sometimes, or he holds on to the ball too long.
Yeah, I think seven's a fair result, fair rating for him, so I'll go seven as well. Right, Brendan Aronson, mate. How do we say for him? Because I know, I think we're going to be really, really mixed on him today. So I'll let you go first, take the floor, have your say on him, and I'll sit back and listen.
Well, I've seen people give him like one of the best players on the pitch today, and I thought I'll give him a 7 because maybe 7.5. Yeah, probably 7.5. He's busy. He's busy. He wins the balls back for us so good. And gets us those transition turnovers, but he's trying too much again. Like he's greedy. He holds on. He's just greedy instead of passing the ball, looking for a better pass. And like I said to you earlier, 2 or 3 nil up. All by all means, have a go, do that. See if you can take 2 or 3 players on and score. But get us to 2-3 nil first. Make the simple pass, get us a goal. That's it, done.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. And there was a chance in the first half, 22 minutes, when he was dribbling. He won the ball and he was just started dribbling. And then him and Joseph had a little mix up in communication or running in each other's way. He still got the ball, but then it's like, release the ball now. And he just held on to it. And then he tried doing a
Yeah,
fancy Cruyff turn or whatever he tried doing. And it just didn't pay off. But
yeah.
overall, I thought he was busy. Obviously, he had a few shots. 7.5 as well. I was tempted to go for an 8, but I'm going to go for a 7.5 for Aronson. What are we saying for Solomon? Obviously, like you say, about people.
Solomon won his better games, and I think I'll just go for a 7.
I'll go for a 7 as well.
He
I
did
thought
what he had to do.
it was decent. Obviously, like you said, he put a ball in the back of the net. Wasn't He made a decent tackle as well. He tracked back. That's what he does. That's
Yeah,
Solomon likes to track back, which is good. Similar to what Ramazani does, but he's not as quick
but
as Ramazani. He's not as quick as
he very rarely
Ramazani.
loses the ball when he
Yeah,
very
when he
rarely
loses the
loses the
ball.
ball when he's dribbling as well.
No, and he did in the first half when he had the ball when he tried crossing it. But when he did lose it, he tried winning it back straight away, and he forced an error from that
Yeah,
player. 7 for him. Right,
yeah, 7.
Joseph, mate. What we saying for Joseph?
I think I don't know. I'm just gonna give him a. I don't want to give him as high as a 7 because I don't think. But then do I want to go as low as 6.5? Because he's busy. He puts himself about, and what I do like is one thing I will say about him starting is he tires defenders out
Yeah,
for other people, but his finishing's not as good. He's not getting in the right positions. I would say he's going to end up once Bamford's fully fit. I would say he's going to end up playing Bamford.
I'm. See, like I've said so many times, off the ball work is brilliant. He chases the ball down no matter where it is, no matter what minute it's on. But it's just that end product, which it will come. I'm confident it will come. But again, sloppy with his passing, I thought. So I am tempted to say 6.5 for him. Yeah,
Yeah, I
6.5,
agree.
mate.
Yeah, I'll agree with 6.5.
Right, substitutes, mate. Obviously, you had Pirone and James came on at both at the same time. So let's go for James first for ratings.
James, I don't know. He's always busy in here. I'll give him a 7. He's always busy when
Seven.
he comes on, and he's always a
Yes.
threat.
Yeah, I'll go for seven as well for James. Nothing spectacular, but again, like you say, he makes himself busy. Right, Joel Perot, mate. No Perot,
Um,
no party. What are we saying for
yeah,
him, mate? Let's hear it out. Obviously, substitute came on.
I'd probably give him. I'd probably give him an 8 today. As for what he did, because when he got the ball, there were a couple of times, not just with the goal, but there were a time before that where he got the ball on the right hand side of the right wing, and he cut inside and he showed good strength to keep hold of the ball and lay it off. Yeah, and then he took the goal really well as he always does when he's in that position. But he impressed me today, and apparently he's scored 6 goals from the only player in Leeds history to score 6 goals in a calendar year from substitute.
That is very, very impressive.
Yeah,
Like 105 years. I mean, yeah, only for an eight as well. I thought he was excellent. You all know I'm a big fan of Pirro as it is, but what he does, especially coming off the bench, is just really, really good. Yeah, eight for him. Right, I think then that will just leave Smith. Is that right? Is that all that came on? Oh, Smith and
Smith
no,
and Gilavogi. Gilavogi
Kilavogi
looked
came
good
on
today.
flag. So
I'd say a,
Kilavogi
se- I'd say a
came
7
on.
for him.
He came on and he made the second most amount of corners. He won us the second most amount of corners out of anybody on that pitch.
Yeah, and he won a lot of headers, and he won the ball quite a lot
He
for
was
us.
very, very busy.
Yeah, I'd give him a 7, and maybe a 7.5, for even though he went on the pitch very long. But
I'm giving him a 7.5. I
yeah,
generally
and
thought he
then
was pretty decent.
Schmidt, I'll give a 7 just because he went on long, but he got a call it an assist.
It was it was an assist because he touched the ball last into Piero's foot, and then no other
Yeah,
players touched it from his turn. So when he touched it, I thought
yeah,
Smith did touch it again, but re-looking at it, and I even slowed it down a little bit, he doesn't actually touch it at all. So yeah, it's seven for Smith, 7.5 for Kilavogi. 3 points is in the bag, mate. Craig,
yeah,
we'll leave it there. Thank you for
yeah.
joining, as always, mate.
Brilliant.
And if you want some All Leeds TV merch, use the word all capitals as well. Podcast, a link in the bio as well. Just scroll down to merchandise and you'll see it and you'll see where else we are. Craig, cheers for joining, mate.
Now for a boring 2 weeks.
Yeah, international break. I forgot
International
about
break.
that.
See you
Well,
when we get back.
we will be back during the international break. Hopefully, we will do some keep, buy, and sell from old players and some Leeds players as well. So keep an eye out for that one, guys.
Yep.
Cheers for
We'll have some
listening.
content.
Yeah. Cheers for listening, guys.
See you
Bye
later.
bye.
Bye.